What's up, everybody? This is Trinity the Gamer here again today with the fourth part in our Xenoverse 3 series discussion video. And today I'm going to be bringing you a special one, and this one will be a lot more in-depth and unique, and I believe that you guys will really enjoy all my ideas for the next installment in the franchise. And for those of you that don't know, this is a series where we talk about the different aspects of the Xenoverse 3 game that we would like to see if they ever come out with it, and just a general consensus of the community and what they want to make what I call the Dragon Ball game to end all Dragon Ball games. And today we will be bringing you Part 2 modes, Subpart 3, training modes. Without further ado, let's begin. So the first training mode that we'll bring you is obviously the normal training mode. You know, that's a part of almost every single Dragon Ball franchise. And in this mode, it's unlocked from the beginning. You could choose to train with sparring partners, and I think you should be able to train with more than one. Unlike, in Xenoverse 2, you can only train with one partner at a time. I believe you should be able to do teams, or, as I discussed in my previous video, the 1v2, 1v3, any kind of setup that you would like. And you can pick any characters, including custom characters. And like I said, train solo or in teams. And you can choose who is on each team if it's a computer, so you can be your custom character, and you could be fighting against Cell, Super Boo, and Frieza all at the same time if you want to train against them. And it can be online or single player. Now, this is a little bit of a different twist to the normal training mode, because in the normal training mode, it's generally just single player with a computer, and that's it. But I believe that you should be able to be online with other people and train with them and see their different moves, talk to them at the same time, and work with one another. So it's not just constantly online fighting with each other where you go in there and if they're trying to help you, you're going to be limited on time anyway. I think you should be able to have a training mode where you can play online with other people and they can work with you on different aspects of the game and how to fight against certain attacks and everything like that, and have others around the community share their input, because this will make it a more community driven game if you can work with each other on it as well. And I believe you could choose any arena, and you could choose options for the enemies or the friends and what to do. You could choose if you want your teammates to move, evade, use super attack, or transform. Same with the enemies, and that goes hand in hand with my versus mode, in which you can choose to have your allies attack certain opponents and all that stuff. But I also believe you could choose health, ki, and stamina options, unlimited, normal, danger, and auto recovery, just like Xenoverse 2. I think that was a really good input into the game for sure. And now let's move on to the second phase of the training. Now this phase of the training is really where it starts to kind of build your own story, and it's going to be the Turtle Hermit training. And this is the training that Goku went through in the very first arc of the entire franchise, and this should be unlocked at level 5. So after you go through some of the story mission, around, if you follow my previous video, I said I think they should start at the beginning Dragon Ball's saga and go all the way to the end saga of GT, and this should be the first one that's unlocked, because this is the same thing that Goku went through as well. So, and in this, you train with Master Roshi in the ways of the Turtle Hermit, and you learn the Turtle Hermit fighting skill and fighting style to change attack features such as when rushing, and I'll talk about that more in a later video. But you also can learn the super attack, the Kamehameha, and the ultimate attack, the Max Kamehameha, in which Master Roshi uses a few times throughout this franchise. And it's only usable with created characters, and you gain XP, items, and clothing for this training. You can gain the Turtle Hermit shells, Master Roshi's clothes, all that sort of stuff. And then you train at the Kame House, and then there's going to be 4 to 5 sessions. So such as when you have your mentor in Xenoverse 2 or your trainer, you go to them and then you talk to them, and you have 4 to 5 sessions. This is kind of a take on that, but that'll be another video in which I'll talk about the training mentors as well. And then you gain the transformation max power the buff mode that Master Roshi has, but this is only usable for humans. And I'm going to talk about that more in my transformations video later on, and then a little bit later on in my character creation video. Then we have the Crane School training. In the next arc, Goku eventually will face off. He faces the Red Ribbon Army, and he also will face Tien Shinhan. And I believe that the Crane School will be kind of interesting to do, and it's unlocked at level 5, same as the Turtle Hermit training. And you train with Master Shin in the ways of the Crane. Learn the Crane fighting style to change attack features such as when rushing. You learn the super attack Dodon Ray and the ultimate attack Super Dodon Ray. And it's only usable with created characters. Gain experience, items, and clothing for this training as well. Train at the Crane School training grounds. And it's 4 to 5 sessions, the same as the Turtle Hermit training. And you also gain the transformation, the Forearms transformation, which is for the Cyclopean humans, the sub-race. But I will explain more of that in my transformation and my character creation videos later on. Then we go to the Korin training. And this is unlocked at level 10 because this is further in the story whenever Goku needs to train with Korin to be able to defeat Mercenary Tao. And you train with Master Korin to unlock the Korin fighting style to change attack features. And you learn different super and ultimate attacks. I haven't decided which ones specifically. You gain Ultra Divine Water transformation. I'll talk about that in the transformation video. You gain experience, items, and clothing for this training. Only usable with created characters. Train at Korin's Tower. And 4 to 5 sessions. Then we move on further after the Demon King Piccolo arc, in which we go into the Kami training. And this is unlocked at level 15. And you train with Kami to learn different Kami fighting style to change attack features and learn different super and ultimate attacks, gain experience, items, and clothing for this training. Only usable with created characters. Train at Kami's Lookout. And gain Fuse with Elder transformation only after obtaining Fuse with the Warrior form, which is for Namekians only, and I'll explain that in my character creation as well and transformations video. And then you have 4 to 5 sessions. Now, I know a lot of you are like, well, this sounds really repetitive and all that stuff. I understand that, but there's a progression here. If you notice, I'm gradually going through the story that Goku took, and that's sort of the same story that your character can take. The Turtle Hermit was unlocked at level 5, then you had the Korin training unlocked at level 10, then you have the Kami training unlocked at level 15, and you progress through, all the way through, and you eventually get stronger and stronger, and you gain all these different fighting styles, and you learn all these different attacks, and that's it's just kind of a progression for your character, but you don't have to necessarily do it. You can go through the whole story and then go to the training. It's in any order, but I just think that this would be really cool to kind of have some of the same training that Goku had as well, because he had a lot of different mentors and masters, and I believe that we should be able to learn from them as well to make a own unique story for our characters. Next, we go to the King Kai training. This is unlocked at level 20, and you train with King Kai to learn the Kai fighting style, and you learn the different super and ultimate attacks, including the Spirit Bomb, and you gain XP, items, and clothing for this training, only usable with created characters. You train on King Kai's planet, and you gain the Kaioken transformation. So instead of getting it from a parallel quest, you get it from this training. And I believe that would just be more suitable as you learn it from King Kai. And the same thing, 4 to 5 sessions. Now we go on. Now this is the more unique one, as the previous ones have all been more, you're training with a master, and you really probably would only go through it once. Unless you just really wanted to play it again. But this is the gravity training room, and this you could do many different times, and you do it throughout the course, and it's unlocked at level 30. You train in the gravity room to gain experience. You could train at 10 times gravity, 20, 50, 100, 300, and 400 times gravity. And then it's only usable with created characters, and you can have a sparring partner or training alone. Sparring partners will give you more experience, or train alone with robots to gain more agility, and that'll be more talked about in the stats portion video whenever I get to that at a later time. You can only train in here once per day, so that every single 24-hour cycle you can only go into the gravity room once, because of the XP boost that it will give you is so significant that people could literally just chug it out multiple times and get to max level in about 2 days, So that's just the limitation on it. And training lasts 5 to 15 minutes, and you can gain more XP the longer you stay. Computer training partner is unaffected. So the partner that you are training with is unaffected by the 400 times gravity, whereas you walk more slowly, fly more slowly, all that stuff, and you have to train your body to get used to it. Make it very, very personable to how each of these different gravities are. So I think that just would be kind of cool to have. Next, we go to the hyperbolic time chamber. This is very similar to the gravity training, as this one you could do multiple times. And this is unlocked at level 40, and you train in the hyperbolic time chamber to gain experience, and then you train for 1 day, or that equals 1 year. Not one literal day, but there will be a countdown for it, which is equivalent to 1 day. Only usable with created characters, and you can only train here once per week. Same with the gravity training, because the XP output is so substantial. You would only have to train in here maybe 8, 9, let's say 10 times, and then you would almost get to max level. Okay, so it would take quite a bit to do it, but you can have a sparring partner or train alone. Sparring partners give more experience. Training alone grants better ki control. And again, ki control, I'll talk about that more in the stats video and everything. If you are a Saiyan and you train in here 3 times and you use the Super Saiyan transformation, you can access the transformation, Mastered Super Saiyan. And I'll talk about that more in the transformation videos. Next, we have the Z Sword and Elder Kai training. This is unlocked after level 50, and you train with the Z-Sword, followed then by the Elder Kai to gain XP and awareness. Learn different super and ultimate attacks, only usable with created characters, 4 to 5 sessions, and you could spar with the Supreme Kai or Gohan, and you could choose either one, and you gain special clothing, and you also gain the transformation Ultimate Form / Mystic Form. And this is for any type of race or anything like that. But I'll talk about that more again. Then we have the Wiest Training. Alright, this is the pinnacle of the training. It's unlocked at level 80 and can be completed. And it's only unlocked after you have completed all of the other trainings before it. Okay, so you have to train from the Turtle Hermit all the way through to the Elder Kai training before you can do the Wiest training. So if you get to level 80 and you haven't done any of the trainings, you're going to have to go through all of them before you can come to the Wiest training. Okay, so you train with Wiest and you learn how to sense God Ki. You only usable with created characters. Obtain the use of God Ki. See the Ki abilities. We'll talk. That'll be a later video. Learn different and super ultimate attacks. Gain special clothing. Spar with Whis or Beerus. Now, for each race, they will gain their divine transformation. So, for the Saiyans, it would be their divine transformation would be gain transformation Super Saiyan Blue or SSGSS. Only after they have obtained Super Saiyan God, though, which is unlocked in a different way. But they have to obtain Super Saiyan God before they can obtain Super Saiyan Blue. And then they train with Whis, and they gain the Super Saiyan Blue. Then the humans will gain a transformation I have made up called Dragonfire Form. And it's only obtained after they have gained the transformation Max Power and the Mystic Form transformation from the Elder Kai training. Then the Namekians can gain the Divine Namek transformation, which is only obtained after they get the Giant Form and the Fuse with the Elder Form. And the Majins would get the God Absorption only after obtaining the Super Buu Form and the Purification Form. Then the Androids would gain the Transformation Divine Perfect Form only after obtaining the Perfect Form. Then the Frieza race would gain the Golden God form only after obtaining Golden form. And that's kind of the pinnacle of the training. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, I will talk about all those other transformations in another video later on down the road as we go through each of the characters and their different creation styles and everything like that. But just hang tight until we get to that video, and you'll understand more about the training, this video specifically, once we get to that video. But I just thought I would do this first because it kind of goes along with the modes in the versus mode, the tournament modes, and everything. So I figured it'd fit in well, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. And you guys can subscribe to me if you like the video, and leave a like and comment your thoughts and ideas about anything I said, what you think would be better, or if you liked it or if you didn't like it. Either way, whatever helps me the best to further push this idea, hopefully to maybe get it done someday. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and the next video will be part 2 modes, sub part 4 the story modes. So until next time, guys, thank you guys very much, and you have a wonderful day.